1 Timothy 2, 9 through 10. Likewise, I want women to adorn themselves modestly and appropriately and discreetly in proper clothing, not with elaborately braided hair and gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but instead adorned by good deeds, helping others, as is proper for women who profess to worship Yahuwah. 1 Corinthians 6, 19 through 20. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Ruach HaKodesh who is within you, whom you have received as a gift from Yahuwah, and that you are not your own property? You are bought with a price. You are actually purchased with the precious blood of Yahusha and made his own. So then, honor and glorify Yahuwah with your body. 1 Peter 3, 3 through 4. Your adornment must not be merely external, with interweaving and elaborate knotting of the hair, and wearing gold jewelry, or being superficially preoccupied with dressing in expensive clothes, but let it be the inner beauty of the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable quality and unfading charm of a gentle and peaceful spirit, one that is calm and self-controlled, not over-anxious, but serene and spiritually mature, which is very precious in the sight of Yahuwah. Proverbs 31:30. Charm and grace are deceptive, and superficial beauty is vain. But a woman who fears Yahuwah, reverently worshiping, obeying, serving, and trusting him with all filled respect, she shall be praised. 1 Corinthians 8:9. But take care that this right of yours does not somehow become a stumbling block to the weak. Proverbs 11:22. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a beautiful woman who is without discretion. Her lack of character mocks her beauty. Deuteronomy 22:5. A woman shall not wear a man's clothing, nor shall a man put on a woman's clothing. For whoever does these things is utterly repulsive to Yahuwah your Elohim. Matthew 5:28. But I say to you that everyone who so much as looks at a woman with lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. 1 Corinthians 12, 22 through 23. But quite the contrary, the parts of the body that seem to be weaker are absolutely necessary. And as for those parts of the body which we consider less honorable, these we treat with greater honor, and our less presentable parts are treated with greater modesty. 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust and sensual craving of the flesh, and the lust and longing of the eyes, and the boastful pride of life, pretentious confidence in one's resources, or in the stability of earthly things. These do not come from the Father, but are from the world. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So then, whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do all for the glory of our great Yahuwah. Proverbs 31:25. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and her position is strong and secure. And she smiles at the future, knowing that she and her family are prepared. Romans 14:13. Then let us not criticize one another anymore, but rather determine this, not to put an obstacle or a stumbling block or a source of temptation in another believer's way. Romans 12:2. And do not be conformed to this world any longer, with its superficial values and customs, but be transformed and progressively changed as you mature spiritually by the renewing of your mind, focusing on godly values and ethical attitudes, so that you may prove for yourselves what the will of Yahuwah is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. in His plan and purpose for you.